Good morning to everyone. In this pandemic, everyone has come to know about the importance of immunity. It is said if you sweat more in your young age, you will bleed less in your old age. It means to increase immunity, there must be only two objectives in your lifestyle, that is, exercise and daily diet. So, my institution and my management has come up with this idea to share this precious physical education knowledge with everyone. I, Amityas Jade, sports officer, will be sharing my contribution with this latest topic through this PPT. Watch and enjoy.
When anyone who reads this topic name, the first question in his mind will come is it possible? Students, we are aware about the benefits of Yogasana, and we are very much known that why Yogasana is very much popular in all over the world. So here I have come up with an topic. Can yoga asanas help to build up muscles? Let me brief you all with an introduction. When it comes to muscle building, the first thing that would strike anyone's mind is gym and weight training. Well, it is true. But the question is, apart from weight training, is there any other mean of muscle building? The answer is Yogasana. It may sound strange, but yes, Yogasana does help in muscle building. The major difficulty faced by muscle builders is the level of flexibility, which is extremely low. This is due to the muscle stiffness and loss of agility as a result of heavy weight lifting. It is observed that bodybuilders gives less emphasis on stretching workout, which is a replica of Yogasana. The only thing I want everyone to know is instead of stretching exercise, Yogasana would be the best option to be chosen for pre and post weight training workout routines. Thus, this concept is a combination of Indian and foreign culture. This concept aims on the following objectives. The first objective is promotion of Indian heritage, which will be globally recognized. Of course, we all are aware our Indian heritage in this topic means Yogasana. And with this reference, if everyone comes to know about the it helps in muscle building, then definitely the Yogasana will be much more popular compared to as it is now. The second objective is to spread awareness on how yoga asanas is helpful in muscle building as it specifically affects each muscle of the body. Students, you all know that when we perform yoga, we use our body as our resistance while performing the exercise. Stretching, definitely stretching is the main criteria of Yogasana, which helps to uh, maintain the flexibility of the body whenever we are performing different types of asanas. The third objective is need and importance of flexibility in any kind of sports, including bodybuilding. As earlier it is notified that bodybuilding makes the muscles rigid because of the weightlifting. And if we combined Yogasana with it, definitely the flexibility of the muscle will be intact. This is the main objective of this topic. And the others are supporting for the main objectives. The next objective is a role of Yogasana in the process of bodybuilding. Yogasana is still not be introduced properly for in the process of bodybuilding because bodybuilders mostly they are unaware that which part of the muscle uh, which can be uh, which can be used. Which asanas? They are unknown to this new technique. The last objective is normal stretching versus yogasana. What I'm emphasizing here is use yogasana as your warming up workout and also your cooling down workout. Then only the advantage of the asanas will be beneficial, and it will be throughout the life, as we all are aware that weight training physique will not be everlasting, but if you combine this with the yogasana, then definitely the advantages will be for lifelong. How yoga asanas work? Yoga's main perspective is exercising by using body weight as the resistance for workout, basically concentrating on the breathing pattern. When included with the bodybuilding regime, yogasana provides great aid in building muscle and increasing the level of flexibility among bodybuilders. If major concentration is given on yogasana to build muscle, the process might seem slow, but the results are long lasting when compared to the weight training process. Of course, as uh, it is specifically mentioning the details how the yogasanas will be beneficial for an muscle builder and how the effects will be lifelong. Uh, the because of the maintaining of the flexibility, uh, his muscles will be intact. His muscles will be stretchable. He will not be getting any hamstring problems, lower back problems, like that way, and because of him the injuries will be very much minimum. A strong and steady yoga practice stresses on progressive overload, increase in BMR, that is body metabolic rate, improves flexibility through progression, and steady increase in the intensity. An individual just need to know observation, learn, practice, perfect posture. Students, when you are learning something new, first we do is observe. Whenever you are observing a posture performed by your coach or yoga guru, you need to have a very keen observation. You need to know till what level of stretch you can do. You need to know the angle of the curvature, means till what level your muscles are stretchable. After that, you need to learn these things. You need to visualize yourself in those movements which are performed by your coach or your yoga guru. After that, you need to practice it. Your practice should be in such a manner that you should know till what extent the curvature of your body is, what are your limitations in it, and whether your posture, whether you are performing the posture correctly or no. And then only the next phase will be the perfect posture. Whenever you will be performing the yoga asanas, definitely your posture will be correct. And because of the correct posture, because of the perfect posture, your muscles will be maximum stressed. The body will not lose its flexibility because of it. Now, the best question: how yoga builds muscle? There are three stages progressive overload, metabolic stress, mechanical damage. Let me explain you these patterns. Progressive overload. In this method of training, muscle builders is made to increase the weight gradually to gain muscle. As you grow stronger, the only way to make your muscle continue to grow is by increasing the amount of work you force them to do. By increasing the load to keep pace with the growing strength of your body, you ensure that your muscle will always be working at the maximum capacity and therefore will grow as fast as possible. Students, here you need to know that why you need to increase your sets, why you need to increase your weight, why you have to increase your repetitions. This is called as progressive overload. Whenever you are doing this workout, you see that your coach or your guide must be with you. Okay, because if you overload yourself, there are chances of injuries. The next stage is metabolic stress that challenge through challenging flow. It is a physiological process that your muscle and tissue undergo during the exercise, caused by the accumulation of metabolic waste in the body, commonly known as burn. It's the feeling when you are approaching your last repetition and your muscles are on the edge to give up. This is called metabolic stress. As it is mentioned, when you are performing a workout, definitely your strength will be start reducing. That time, those last 2 or 3 repetitions will be giving you the feeling of burning, that is commonly known as muscle pump. The blood will be rushing in your veins. That feeling will make you understand what is an metabolic stress. The next stage is mechanical damage through eccentric overload. As the title mentioned, it's literally microscopic tear of the muscle fiber. This usually occurs when muscle is not completely recovered or less time is given for a muscle between the training. The common understanding is to increase the muscle size by training with weightlifting as it is necessary. It is also important to know when to stop training or add on the weight on the bar. This stage occurs when a trainee pushes himself beyond the hypertrophy condition. Students, here you need to first understand what is hypertrophy condition. Hypertrophy condition is the peak condition, fitness condition of your body, where beyond that you will be in overtraining stage. This stage is very dangerous for any kind of sportsman, let it be in weight training, weightlifting, or athletics, or anything, even in yogasana. If you stress yourself beyond hypertrophy condition, your muscles will definitely will be suffering the injuries like muscle strain, muscle sprain, or there are chances to break your bones also. So be cautious. You shouldn't train your body in when you are in over training phase. How yogasana can be beneficial by these training methods. Progressive method. It is very simple. We keep lifting heavy things and over time your body responds by building muscles. On the same principle yoga works. In yoga, we lift our body weight at different intensity in various angles. Example, sun salutation, etc. Metabolic stress. This stage will generate during yoga practice, which will depend heavily on the kind of yoga you are practicing, like vigorous Ashtanga yogasanas. Mechanical damage. Yoga is surprisingly effective at bodybuilding muscle through mechanical damage because the poses are mostly eccentric contractions. By practicing various asanas in different angle will help to stress muscle in all directions, making the muscle fibers stronger to stress and hold for longer duration. The conclusion part. However, we now know how these muscle building process are activated through yoga. It is possible to build a practice that accelerate muscle growth in targeted areas. Now there are too many possible combinations, but here are my overall recommendations on how to optimize yoga for muscle growth. First, identify a series of power poses or asanas. Always do full eccentric movements to avail the benefit of the asanas. Challenge yourself by increasing the intensity of asana, which will help you to gain muscular endurance. Yoga poses that use the full body in big compound movements are the most effective. These can be your power poses or asanas. By performing yoga, stress is generated in your joints, ligaments, tendon, muscle fibers, and vital organs, etc., which cannot be produced by any exercise. Students, I hope I have informed you the vital information which I wanted to give you through this topic. If you have any queries or any points to be discussed regarding this topic, you can meet me. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the session.
I hope you liked the topic presentation. Stay tuned for the next research topic in physical education. Good day and bye-bye.